It's a great way to go meat-free any night of the week and have a lot of fun eating dinner. Because the pasta choice we're going to use is fusilli. This is fusilli lunghi. Salt the water, a little over the shoulder for luck for me, and drop your pasta in. I like 6 quarts of water for 1 pound of pasta. This sauce is delicious and it freezes beautifully, much like a pesto sauce would. We start with a couple of fat handfuls of sun-dried tomatoes. You want to get the ones just dried and in a pouch or tub or from the bulk section. You don't want the marinated ones, okay? Then we cover them with boiling water or even just super hot tap water to reconstitute them. Then I'm just going to strain them. And then we're going to put our sun-dried tomatoes. It's about a cup of packed tomatoes from a couple of fat handfuls once you get all the liquid out. We're going to put all of our sun-dried tomatoes into our food processor with a couple of fat cloves of garlic. And we're going to add, about 1/3 of a palmful each of oregano or marjoram, fennel or fennel pollen, crushed red pepper flake for heat, lemon zest and the juice of a lemon. Once we get that in there, we're going to add about 1/3 of a cup of good fruity olive oil, a couple of fat roasted red peppers, and then we're going to add in a fat handful of pine nuts. Then we're going to add in a combo of tangy grated pecorino romano, which is sheep's milk, and buttery parmigiano reggiano. A little bit of both because they have different flavors. One's nutty and one's tangy and salty. Then we're going to add in our basil. Basil hates the cold. Never put it in the fridge. Treat it like flowers. Cut the bottoms, change the water every few days, and keep it under a loose plastic bag. So about a cup of basil goes in here. And then we just zip-zap our sauce into a thick paste. When we come back, we're going to make salad dressing for a 4-green salad. I'm going to keep an eye on the pasta. It's all coming together very quickly. This is super fast supper. Come right back. Right next to the pot, which I always put as close to the sink as possible, of course. So I'm going to put a mug right next to the pot so I can take that starchy, salty water the second before I drain it. I've got my strainer already set to go in the sink. Down here, I've got our beautiful roasted red pepper and sun-dried tomato sauce ready to toss with the hot pasta, marrying it with the hot water. In the bowl, I have 4 greens. I have radicchio. That's the little things that look like baby purple cabbages. I have some spicy arugula. I have some good old romaine lettuce. And I have red endive. And then I add sweet and licoricey fennel, a little red onion, and some nice bright celery to the bowl. So it's a gorgeous salad recipe. And I make all of my salad dressings in a little mason jar. We're gonna grate a little garlic. We're gonna add some fresh thyme, about a couple tablespoons. And then I am making a honey mustard balsamic dressing. So a couple of fat tablespoons of grainy Dijon, about the same amount of honey, or you could use light agave, a couple fat tablespoons of your balsamic vinegar, and then salt and pepper. You want your acid to be 1/3 the amount of your oil. So now I just need to pour in the olive oil. It'll separate naturally until I've got about 3 times as much as I do the vinegar, and you're done. Just give it a shake and dress the salad. The pasta is almost ready. I'm going to take a quick break. Run back so you can see it all together. There is our gorgeous honey grainy Dijon balsamic dressing slathered down over our salad. Gorgeous. Then I'm going to take our hot, boiling hot water, give it a little shake. Put this right back in your hot pot. Add your salty, starchy cooking water and your sauce. You want to coat the pasta completely, and you got to kind of work it because the sauce is thick. Oh my God, that's a heavy baby. Oh, beautiful. And then a couple more leaves of basil when you take it to the table, just torn down over the top, and pass a little extra cheese. And there you go, dinner's done.